Why? Is her murder different than his?
She didn't know Augusta.
She had no intention of hurting anyone.
She even unloaded the gun.
Well, I can testify that if need be.
But somebody died. A life was lost. Doesn't something have to be done?
She was only trying to scare Lionel. Lord knows she had motive enough to do that.
Why didn't I check the gun? Why did I just pull the trigger?
No, Mom, you couldn't have known.
Things like this happen all the time. You hear those stories where people are cleaning a gun or it's flying around and someone gets shot. They don't take people to court. They don't throw them in jail.
Actually, it's not quite the same, Eden. I'm sure Cruz must realize that.
Why isn't it?
The fact is that Sophia wasn't cleaning the gun. It's true that the gun was empty, but she still intended to use it for coercion and harassment. That's illegal use of a firearm.
Is that true?
Yes.
And what would the charges be, and who would press the charges?
The DA's office. Now, don't look at Cruz. The DA decides who will be prosecuted and on what charges.
On the basis of what?
Evidence, testimony, police reports.
What if there isn't any of that?
That's right. So we don't have to say anything.
Yeah, no testimony, no evidence, no police report.
You're asking Cruz not to file one.
Of course she is. And baby, I'd do the same thing if I were you.
Then don't.
Now, Mom has just come back to us after all these years. Now, you can't just take her away from us.
You're not being fair to Cruz, Ted. He's only got two choices. He can file a report, which it is his sworn duty to do, or he can not file a report and risk losing his job, or worse. The DA should decide that a crime has been committed later. Cruz would be as much an accomplice as Marcello.
What if he does make a report?
Rest would be up to the DA.
What is the worst they could charge her with?
I would guess manslaughter.
Oh,
No.
They can't do that.
No. Justice is fair. This isn't right. It was an accident. She didn't remember. She had no idea.
I know that, Eden, but testimony to that effect would have to come from Marcello. And how much weight is a court going to give a man who's already been charged with attempted murder and murder in the first degree?
Well, then that settles it. Cruz just can't tell the DA. It's not that simple, Ted.
Why not?
For one thing, what makes you think the rest of us would be quiet?
Well, Augusta's right. Any one of us could go to the DA for reasons good or bad.
Who else in this room would tell besides Augusta? And we all know that she's jealous of Mama, and she's got no proof, and she's got no evidence. And if something did happen, it wouldn't be you.
Even that's not fair.
Well, Eden always states things badly, but she's got the choices right. You must have seen this coming all along, Cruz. What's it gonna be? Well, Cruz, all eyes and ears are on you. What are you going to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is make a phone call. I'd appreciate it if you'd all wait here for me until I get back. I'll try not to be too long.
Cruz, wait. Nobody needs to say anything about this. We could all keep it between us.
All 14 of us?
No one will say anything. Please. For Mama. For all of us.
I'm going to make that phone call.
I'm ready to go to jail if that's what's necessary.
Sophia, I'm as guilty as you are. If they sentence you, then I'm going right along with you.
This is crazy. No one should be sent to jail. Everyone in this room knows it was an accident.
The law may not see it that way.
Well, there are ways around that, Mason.
Not if Cruz files charges. Then it's going to be almost impossible to keep Sophia out of jail.
Suppose he doesn't file.
Well, then we have to worry about someone here leaking the information. Then there's going to be an uproar. No charges are filed, not even a police report. People will say there was a whitewash, that Cruz was bought off. Another case of the rich playing fast and loose with the laws of society.
And the man has a point.
Good point.
So in other words, no matter what Cruz decides, he can't win?
I'm afraid that's exactly the case.
I will go to jail. I will do whatever is necessary. You needn't worry.
Mama, we don't want that. We don't want you to go to jail. We'll get around it. We don't care about public opinion.
Well, that's fine, Eden, if you just want to lead an unconventional lifestyle. It's not so fine if you want to get away with murder.
For God's sakes, Mason, listen to what you're saying.
Well, I'm sorry, Dad. That's not putting it very well. I just want people to be aware of what we're dealing with here. It's not up to us to forgive or condemn. That's going to be Cruz's decision. In other words, our fate, or rather your fate, Sophia, is in his hands.
You, Santana. I was responsible for the death of the man that you loved. What do I see in your eyes?
See? Yes. For all the victims. For Channing, Joe, you, Cece.
And all because of me.
Sophia, you're not the fault. I was the one that loaded the gun. If I hadn't done that, none of this would have happened. You're not going to face this alone. Your family and friends are around you. We're not going to desert you.
Sounds like you're on your way out, Gina.
Not true at all. He just feels sorry for her. He's just trying to make her feel better.
Obviously, my hearing's more acute than yours.
Mother, would you quit it?
I'm just talking the truth.
What's Cruz doing? I mean, shouldn't she be taken away? Shouldn't she be arraigned? They have to do something.
We'll find out soon enough, Gina.
Must be the blood we share. I can almost read your thoughts before you think them.
Oh, really? What am I thinking now, Mason?
About the potential explosion between you and Cruz if he does what we both think he will probably do.
Don't you ever quit?
Weekends and holidays. Unfortunately, today is neither.